Welcome to our series exploring the enigmatic realm of unexplained deaths and mysteries. Join us as we delve into perplexing cases that defy conventional understanding, where each clue raises more questions.
Hey, have you heard about the Death Valley Germans? It's such a tragic and eerie disappearance.
No, I haven't. What happened?
It's a case from 1996 where 4 German tourists vanished while exploring Death Valley. There was a couple, Egbert Rimkus and Cornelia Meyer, and they had Rimkus's 10-year-old son, Georg, and Cornelia's 4-year-old son, Max, with them. They were on a road trip through California, just enjoying the sights.
That sounds like a great trip, but what went wrong?
Well, they were in a rented minivan, and they decided to take a detour into some remote parts of the park. You know how big and barren Death Valley is? It's one of the harshest environments in the US. Temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's barely any water. Anyway, they apparently underestimated the dangers of the desert.
That doesn't sound good. Where did they end up?
They drove into a really remote area near Anvil Spring Canyon. Months later, in October 1996, a park ranger found their minivan stuck in sand. It had 3 flat tires, was out of gas, and had a lot of personal belongings still inside: souvenirs, maps, even food wrappers, but no sign of the tourists.
So they just abandoned the van and disappeared?
Yeah, exactly. It triggered a huge search, but nothing turned up for years. It's like they vanished into thin air. People were baffled by how no trace of them could be found in such an open area. But Death Valley is deceptively vast, with some parts being incredibly remote and rugged.
I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been for them. Did they ever find out what happened?
Not until 2009. That's when 2 hikers discovered human remains in the same area where the van had been found. DNA testing confirmed that the remains belonged to Egbert and his son, Georg, but they didn't find anything from Cornelia or Max. The authorities believe they all likely died from exposure and dehydration. Death Valley can be absolutely unforgiving, especially if you don't have enough water or you're lost.
It's still a mystery. Some speculate they were just curious and wanted to explore the more remote parts of the park, not realizing how dangerous it could be. Maybe they were following an outdated or inaccurate map, or they got lost and tried to walk to safety after the van got stuck. But with temperatures soaring, even a short walk in that heat could be fatal without enough water.
I guess it shows how important it is to be prepared, especially in places like that. It's crazy to think that they disappeared for over a decade without anyone finding them.
Exactly. The desert can swallow people up, and no one ever knows. Their story is one of the most haunting disappearances in Death Valley's history, a chilling reminder of how dangerous nature can be when we're unprepared or underestimated.
It's scary to think about. You hear about stuff like that happening, but when it's real people, it hits differently.
Yeah, it really does. They were just ordinary tourists looking for adventure, but Death Valley can turn deadly fast.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the unexplained. We hope these mysteries have sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to delve deeper into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop seeking the truth.